It's working. My computer is working. Look at this. I'm waving my hand. I'm working fine. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm okay. We're having some technical issues, and right as the show began, like right as we started recording, all I heard is James yelling, "I'm recording." Okay, we have to be so.
We got to be quick. We don't know how long this is going to last for. We got to get on it right now. Thanks, guys, for sitting through last week's with my choppy video. Andrew, I think you looked good. But we had a lot of fun talking the odds, so we thought we would do it again. This is going to be weekly. We missed last week, so that's why we're dropping 2 this week. Next week's odds is going to be a theme show. So get ready for that. I'll let everyone know what that is. This week,
the theme will be Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. That's the theme of next week's odds.
I have never read the books. I have never seen the movie, and I've never seen the show.
It's odd. That's the best way I can describe it.
I take your word for that. I started watching Rampage last night. Did you like Rampage?
I did like Rampage. It was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
I was having trouble getting into it at the beginning.
Well, if you'd like to know more about A Series of Unfortunate Events, James, you can watch my review of Season 2 up on the Andrew Fantasia YouTube channel. Hey-o!
I'm pretty sure I put it on and liked it, but I didn't listen to it because what if I do go and watch it and you spoil the ending where Lemony Snicket dies and he kills all the events?
Mm-hmm.
That's how unfortunate it is. Yeah, check out the Andrew Fantasia YouTube channel. If you do, you should also buy his book because he writes good.
I write real good. And as you'll see here on page 498, there's no typos at all. So,
well, you actually, for anybody that's going to be in Toronto, you're going to be at Toronto Comic-Con soon, and you're going to be at a Chapters in Brampton.
That's
coming up in like a week. So everybody that's around, go visit them.
Come say hi. You'll probably stop if you're going to Comic-Con. You're in the Toronto area. You'll come see me. You can come say hi, and then you can pretend to buy a book and then like sell it on eBay or something. That's fine. But I'll sign them for you, and I'll even use my real name. I won't sign it Alfred Hitchcock like last time. Promise.
That's how you sign mine. All right, let's get on to the odds. This week's odds are brought to us in part by Side Scroller. Why not? How about this week? Last week I went first. How about Andrew? You go first this week.
Okay, here we go. So, in episode 8, we saw the implied but pretty damn certain death of a Captain Irene Phasma. She is no longer with us, I think it's safe to assume. So my question is, in order to fill that void, do you think in episode 9, Commander Pyre will show up? What are the odds?
No, I'm thinking. That's a good question.
For those who don't watch Resistance, Commander Pyre is a First Order Stormtrooper who shows up in Resistance, and he's like Phasma, but he's gold instead of silver.
But where is Pyre? Where is this character in Force Awakens?
I don't know. I'm a few
gonna
episodes
go.
behind.
So I haven't seen much of Resistance, so I don't really know Pyre's connection to Phasma, if any.
Yeah,
this is where you chime in and tell me.
He just he reports to her. Yeah, he's like one notch below her.
So he's basically got her job now, if he's still around at this point.
Exactly.
19.7%. I want to say yes. Like I full blown. Give me a Gold Trooper. Make this character in. But I just don't think JJ would. At the end of it, that's how I feel. I feel like he wants his own. He would put his own spin on it, unless, of course, this is a character he created before Resistance. But I have a hard time believing that because I feel like this character was created for Existence before he was even hired on to do Episode 9. So that's where I've got to stand on this one. I'm so sorry to disappoint you and everybody that watches the Resistance show. Like I said, I'm all for it. Because I told you I saw the action figure, the toy at this store the other day, and I was like, that is cool. I thought it was really slick looking, but I just can't see this character in live action. I'm sorry. At this point in time, later on maybe.
Yeah, I might be around there with you. I'm gonna go 22%. I feel like and I have to go back through the book and check, but I feel like Pyre's design was just like an unused, rough sketch of like when they were figuring out what Captain Phasma was going to look like. It's like unused concept art, and they're just like, hey, why don't we take this gold Phasma that we have in our archives of drawings and just put him in Resistance? And Dave Filoni was like, yeah, come on board. And I don't think, like, maybe JJ saw those drawings once upon a time in like 2013 when he was in pre-production, but I don't think he knows that character exists again in like any way, shape, or form. So I'm going low with mine as well.
Wow, you're such a pessimistic.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay, here's mine. What are the odds that Admiral Akbar, God rest his soul, Admiral Akbar will have a prominent role on the Cassian Andor show? Keyword prominent.
Oh man, you know what? I would dig that. And like, what a good way to like give him some spotlight since he died so suddenly. I gotta be careful because I can't go with what I want. I gotta go with what I think. I think his role, and he's not even CG too. He's a practical effect, so like he's not expensive to make. So you know what? I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna go 66%.
Okay.
I think it's doable.
Yeah, I'm going to go 53%. I see him popping up on the show, but a prominent role. I just think it'll be more about Cassian off somewhere else. With like K2SO. Hopefully it's better than that comic. But so I think I still have your copy of it. I think... Yeah, I'm going to go 52%. I see Akbar on it. I just don't see him being a prominent role because I really see this about those two guys running off having... it'll be more than just those two, but I'm sure we haven't met the new characters who will all perish by the end of it. So we'll see. That's where I'm going. What's your next odd?
I think... Here, I'll lock this in before I go to the next one. I'll say that sure. I think in the Cassian Andor show, Akbar will have a moment that is like a bigger character moment for him than we've gotten for him so far.
Yep,
I'll put
It'll
that
be a
down.
finale. It'll be one of the finales we'll get, or premieres we'll get it.
Yeah. All right, my next odd. I just went really obvious with this one, but I don't remember us really analyzing this odd at any point in Rebel Scum history, like in detail anyway. What are the odds?
Damn!
Yeah, I'm sure we must have, like, we brought it up, but I don't think we've ever really, like, dissected it. But what are the odds Mr. Boba Fett is still alive?
Okay. I'm going to go 11.7%. I want him to be alive. 30% he is alive. Look, The Mandalorian is effectively Boba Fett. The character in the show is effectively Boba Fett. So I'm gonna, I have to say that because I just feel like, what's the point of having this Mandalorian? We talked about the odds on episode 118. The odds that we had were, what are the odds Boba Fett will be a myth on The Mandalorian? I think that's more powerful than him being alive. Now, if he's a myth and then he ends up being alive, it's kind of cool. But I got to go 30%. Why would you bring him back? I think leave his death alone. Because also, the more, and I think they dodged a bullet with the Boba Fett movie. Because the more we know about Boba Fett, the less cool he could be, potentially. The thing that makes Boba Fett so awesome is like, we get him in the prequels and we get him in the Clone Wars, but he's still like, the part that we love about Boba Fett is all based on a toy. Like, it's not based on the character himself. He has a jetpack and a cool helmet and he flies around, and that's what we love. So I got to go 30%. Just leave him be.
I think I'm gonna go higher, but like I'm gonna say 81% that he's alive. But here's the way I think they're gonna do it. I think it's gonna be very. If you saw my Kylo Ren Unleashed, then you know I'm kind of on this train of thought lately. But I think it's gonna be very ambiguous, where somebody else might have his armor, what have you? Because I think it's been pretty much made clear. Like in Aftermath, like Cobb Vanth has that armor now. And whoever Pedro Pascal is, whoever the Mandalorian hero is, he's got his own arm or whatever. I think that you're right. There's going to be like legends floating around, like, oh yeah, Boba Fett the bounty hunter got sucked into the Sarlacc. He got eaten, but I hear he got out. I hear he didn't get out. And I think he will have gotten out, but it's going to be something that sort of happens like in the background, like a Where's Waldo thing, and nobody's ever going to call attention to it. Like we might see like some random dude in like a helmet that we've never seen before, like on Tatooine or somewhere. And 10 years from now, a really like giddy, like cackling Pablo Hidalgo is going to be like, guess what, guys? That guy in that helmet was Boba Fett, and he like crawled out and he survived. Like it's going to be something much better, more eloquent than what I'm doing right now, obviously. But it's going to be something along those lines where he's alive, but they're just going to be very secretive about it. They're going to basically play it like as if they were Boba Fett. Like, let's not call attention to the fact I'm alive. Let's be like a ghost. And we might have like a random book somewhere where people are talking in like the Force Awakens era, and they're like, oh, I heard there's this group of pirates that were in space, and like all of a sudden they disappeared and nobody knows what happens to them. It's like a ghost killed them all and took them away or something. Like little like urban legends throughout the galaxy that we don't think anything of them. They're like buried clues, like the way J.K. Rowling writes clues. They're just buried in there. And then at some point in the future, somebody from Story Group's going to reveal, like, hey, remember this little tidbit that wasn't really part of a story, but somebody just brought it up? That was Boba Fett. He took out that ship of pirates. Like, I think it's going to be something like that.
Okay, I'm down with that. Bring it. Bring it, Disney.
Right.
Bring it, Lucasfilm. Bring
Bring
them
it
to
on.
Galaxy's Edge, Disney. All right, I'll take this one home right now. I really like that idea, by the way. Someone contact Pablo Hidalgo.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. The final ad. We're going to take this one home. Final ad for the week. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching us. It really means a lot. Thanks so much for all your support here on Patreon. This video, Never Tell Me Odds, Unleashed. So these are just for you guys. So we really appreciate your support. And here we go. Last odd for the day. The odds of the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus streaming series actually ever happening.
Oh, boy.
It's never been confirmed.
No, it hasn't.
That's the thing, but neither was the movie. We were all like, oh, well, somebody said the movie's happening. We're like, it's happening, but no one ever officially announced it.
Yeah.
So.
I am going to go, I don't know if this is a cheap way out, but I'm going to have to go full Brock on this. I feel like if they can get, like, obviously McGregor's on board, they just have to let him know and prep and whatever. But if they can get McGregor and Joel Edgerton, I think they can tell a story with those two dudes and like stretch it out to a nice length for a streaming show. But I think it's still like right down the middle. It's still too close to call either way.
Yeah, what a boring way to end the show.
I know.
I also have to go full Brock on this one. I just think it's just fans all want it to happen. For me, I'm still struggling with like, do I even want it to be happening? Like, do I even want it to happen? Isn't it more, just like we were saying about Boba Fett, isn't it more fun to not know what was going on at that time? Like, what if we get it and we're like, well, that was underwhelming compared to what I always thought was happening? Or for me, I always just kind of thought Luke grew up and Obi-Wan was there, just kind of chilling. Like, for me, and I know everyone will hate me for this, but I'm very much satisfied with nothing happening in that time period. Like, Maul showed up, I was great with that. How much more do I need of that? So I think if they're going to do Obi-Wan, maybe they said in a different time period. But then we got the prequels, so what other time period are you going to go to? When Luke was like really young, when he was right after Maul. So I don't know. I'm struggling with all of it. But that being said, if it happens, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I'll probably really love it. So, but I'm with you on this one. Did I give a percentage? Full Brock, where we bored
Full
the hell
Brock,
out of
yeah.
everybody on our last percentage. So, do it if you want. But the one thing I will say is they got to stop stringing us along with Obi-Wan. I think.
Yes.
I think because Celebration 2 years ago, the closing ceremonies, I was in line and everybody was like, Ewan McGregor's coming out. They're going to announce the Obi-Wan film. And obviously that didn't. And it was funny. People were saying that. But while we were in line, we were like, nothing's going to happen. This is just going to be a closing ceremony. And that's what it ended up being, which was fine. You know, so you feel like maybe they'll announce the celebration, but maybe they won't. Maybe they'll announce it on the Phantom Menace panel, but then you're taking away from the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
You know, if they announce it before the Phantom Menace panel, that will add more buzz to the Phantom Menace panel, which I don't even think they need, to be honest. I mean, those panels, people go to them regardless. I just stopped stringing us along. Let us know one way or another, because like I was saying, 2 years ago, we thought we were going to get an announcement. We didn't. Then, like that summer, I think, like Hollywood Reporter or somebody said, no, it's happening. Obviously, that wasn't happening. Solo came out today. They were like, we're not going to do Star Wars stories anymore. Just let us know. Just stop it. Just be like, we're working. Like, if someone just came and be like, because I don't even think it was official that they were developing an Obi-Wan story. I think it was just like somebody reported it, where I think Cassian Andor was obviously something that was reported. So that's how I feel on that. Andrew, anything you want to say before we wrap this puppy up?
Yeah, if after all this stringing along too, if they are gonna make a movie or a series, like after all the build-up we've had for it, like don't make it. You know, I don't want to see just like Obi-Wan fighting pirates on Tatooine and saving farmers. Like like, give me something substantial. Give me a reason to revisit Obi-Wan, because I can watch. You know, I can watch any exiled Jedi anywhere fight.
Pretty sure you just mentioned, like, you just said the plot of Xena Warrior Princess. I'm pretty sure that's what you just pitched as the Obi-Wan film.
Exactly. Like any person who survived Order 66, I can watch or read a story about them on a planet saving farmers from bandits. I mean, the Ahsoka book was all that. All the little snippets we got of Obi-Wan in the comics is all that. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to just see, like, some Rhodians who are like, haha, we got you, old man. And he's like, actually, I'm a Jedi. No, you don't got me. Like, that's boring. That sounds so effing boring to me. Give me something substantial. Give me a reason to return to Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, specifically. That's why I want Owen Lars in there too. Like, give me an adventure with those two. Let's see what their relationship was like. We know it was tenuous. We know at one point Owen Lars punched him in the face and is like, stay away from Luke. Like, let me see like a Thelma and Louise with those two dudes going off somewhere, not on Tatooine, like just leaving for like 5 days and just doing something interesting that's not like, stop bandits, I'm gonna stop you now. Like, I don't want that at all.
Great point. Can't argue with that. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all of your support. Andrew, do you want to say goodbye to them, or are you just like too full of yourself to say goodbye anymore? Now that you're a published author.
Both. Yeah, I am pretty full of myself now. But goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys, for watching, and may the force of others be with you.
Hey, scumbags. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.